When designing an AI system for in the home, we chose to focus on mental health in the elderly population.
In Australia, 1 in 4 elderly people live alone in a private dwelling. Between 10 to 15% of older Australians suffer a degree of depression. In our research, we found that social isolation was a major contributing factor to mental health issues in the elderly, such as severe loneliness, depression, low self-esteem, and anxiety. We wanted to create a smart home system that would help these users find connections and alleviate the effects of their mental health conditions.
We conducted user research to understand more about the elderly, their needs and wants. One of the key takeaways from our research was that photographs were among some of the most treasured objects in the homes of the elderly. They represented memories and connections to family and friends.
We wanted to utilize AI to help combat loneliness in the elderly by bringing them together through shared admiration for objects and the experiences behind them in the comfort of their own homes.
We created a system that when a user interacts with objects in their homes or has objects positioned in prominent places, the AI of the smart home registers this. The AI analyzes the object's information and connects the user to another user based on their analysis similarities of the objects in their respective homes. This connection materializes in the form of Framely.
Framely is an interactive photo frame that allows elderly users to make a connection. Images appear in the frame similar to the way a digital photo frame does. However, these images are representative of the connection you may have with another user. For example, if both users have objects connected to Sydney that have importance in their home, an image of Sydney City may appear in the frame.
When the user picks up the frame, the interactive interface appears.
From this main screen, users can choose to zoom in on the image, view the other user's profile where more images that might connect them appear, view their own profile where their past conversations are stored, and send a direct message to the other user.
While the two connected users have a conversation, their shared connections and key conversation points are represented visually with a map design. By creating these new connections, Framely is able to help broaden the social circle of its elderly users. The effects of loneliness and isolation are alleviated by having greater connections to others, all in the comfort of their home.
In the process of designing the UI, we had to make design choices that were highly considerate of our target users, the elderly. For this reason, our buttons are labelled or make use of familiar and simple icons. From user feedback, we changed the way a user could initiate the interaction with Framely from tapping the screen to picking up the frame itself. The ability to easily zoom in on the image to allow for degrading eyesight was added. Past conversations were labelled mainly with the image that started the conversation instead of just username for greater chance of recall of the conversation. Finally, we used meaningful animations to draw the user's eye to the key interactions and flow of each screen.
We have used the ability of artificial intelligence to aid connection in an unobtrusive way, which has been presented within a lovable and familiar object. It is through the admiration of an object's beauty which provides instant gratification whilst also initiating connection between individuals due to similarities in objects and experiences. By providing a system which connects people, networks are formed which creates a sense of company. A sense of presence has also been established by the user being able to view memorable moments of their loved ones all in the comfort of their home.